live, everybody.
All right, welcome to Inside. This is different and fun and different. So I think everybody here is somewhat up to speed on what's going on today. So I'll just give a brief recap so we can kind of be on the same page here. A couple weeks ago, I think there was, I don't know if it was after service, you guys were talking about having a time of prayer for our community. So kind of took that as a real thing, and one thing into something else, it kind of opened up into a thing that's probably because I pushed it into a thing, and sorry, but really not sorry. I think it's going to be productive. It has been trying, to say the least. Health is weirdly getting hit as we're leading into this. So I think this is going to yield some good fruit. I do want to point out that we are not going to, and choose my words carefully, we're not going to accomplish a lot today. But what we're going to do is we are going to put ourselves on the path to start pressing in and doing what it is we've been called to do in this community so that healing can go forth. We're not calling on a magic genie in the bottle to come and wipe out trouble and make our lives grand and easy and without issue. That's not biblical. What we want to do is understand the gravity of what our assignment in this community actually is and lay down the useless drivel that we wallow in, get out of the mud and return to our Father's home and walk in the fullness of who we've been created to be, not only as individuals but as a community, as members of a larger community. If we don't do it, who will? And I know it's easy to hope that other people are going to rise up and do things and we'll be able to kind of come in on the back and ride in the wake. Sometimes you have to cut the forest down to make the path. So this is what's set before us. Today I'm hoping that everybody leaves here equipped with a saw and an axe so that we can push forward and try and bring healing into the area in which we live. Try and table the petty things that we get sucked into as a small fellowship, into the power battles that take place that just camped over this area. We don't need to take that bait. We need to be wiser than that. We need to be more focused than that. It's going to take all of us, and it's going to take everything we have in order to make it come to pass. But today should open that in a way that all of us can understand that we have a job and we have a role to play. And if just a couple of us can come together in His name, then there He'll be. This is what we're trying to bring. We're trying to bring the presence of the Father into this region. That being said, I don't know if anybody had a chance to kind of go through some of the notes that I had shared, but the thing we want to keep in mind when going against something like this, we'll talk about this more at the break. Have Chrissy talk about it quite a bit more if she can. We aren't trying to go into this to upend and uproot and defeat anything. That's already been done. Our job is to call it forth. We are not to go into battle directly in that space. We'll talk about that later. So we don't want to be declaring and decreeing things that are going to have our families be destroyed. We let the blood fight that battle, and we stand behind it. Whatever we do, we don't run in front of it. Sound like a plan? It should be good. I'm excited. So our schedule is we'll wrap up teaching time around noon. We'll take about 10 minutes or so. Restroom. We do have communion elements if you want those things. Have the worship team kind of get set. And then I'll probably at that time have Daryl explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing during that time. So I think there's papers also if you need them. So I'm excited. And I'm excited. Any questions? Comments?
I do have a comment.
Yep.
So we do have a new microphone for the crowd. We're trying to get better about hearing people's thoughts when they're not next to the microphone. That means you will have to do some sport-like activity, which is called catching. So, whenever you want to talk, just whoever has a mic, just raise your hand. You can throw the box. And then just hold it like a foot or so from your face, just kind of here. Not that close. Yeah. And then, just talk into it. It'll pick you up. And then you can throw it up next. Make sure they're looking, though. Thank you.
I'd say raise your hand when you want to say something and let it be thrown to you.
And if you're going to say, I agree, you don't really need to grab it and then toss it back and forth. We don't want to turn it into a game if we can help it. But if it turns into a game, those are the breaks. But